Hello guys and welcome to my second League of Legends lectures. Today I will be discussing zoning and last hitting. Now last hitting is quite simple, and you may have heard it before. All you have to do is wait till an enemy minion, as here, gets to low health, and then you want to go up there and just hit it once to kill it. This will save you time so you don't push the lane too far and just get in turret range, and then you can't really last hit because enemy champions could just sit there and stop you. Now zoning is actually a component of last hitting. When zoning, each champion has a specific zone based on their abilities and basic attack range. Now this right here, that will be Jax, and that's Ashe. Now Ashe has all her abilities are ranged, and she has ranged basic attacks, so she basically has one zone. But when she has her ultimate up, there is a light zone pretty much everywhere, because her ultimate is global, so you might not want to be around low health and be near her, because she can just one-shot you. That's not really the important thing anyways. In zoning, you should both try and get last hits down and try and prevent your opponent from getting last hits. Now, if Ashe was moving in for this last hit, you have to be aware of your minion's health and your enemy minion's health in order to be successful. Jax should probably move just ahead of this minion, but behind this minion, so that if Ashe goes in, Jax can use his gap closer, dive in, hit her a bunch of times, and then she'll be forced to run back when Jax goes into the bush to avoid minions attacking him. Remember, if you attack a champion near minions, minions will attack you. And come out of this bush and go for the last hit. Or, if Jax was going up for the last hit, Ashe could stand right out of the range of his gap closer and hit him. Well, he went in for the last hit, and when in an exchange like that, whoever does the most damage wins the trade. So, that's what it's called. Last hitting and zoning are extremely important. Now, say both teams have a jungler, or maybe this team doesn't have a jungler. Maybe someone just went back, and this team does have a jungler. Now, Ashe, she's got to try and stay away from this general location. She's got to try and stand outside that line, unless this bush is warded, because these are for potential ganks. Now, keep that in mind. If Jax were to go up here and go into this bush, Ashe could easily fire off her E into the bush to see him, but normally that would give him this complete area as a zone, because Ashe wouldn't know where Jax is in the brush. Therefore, Ashe would have to try and stand outside this brush and try and last hit as many minions as she can, without going too far, of course, because Jax could easily come out and just sort of hit her before she can go back. And basically, Jax is more tankier and does the most damage, but has the least range, so when you're a ranged champion, you have to take that into advantage. Most melee champions do have more damage and are more tanky, but ranged champions do have the advantage there. They can just get right outside their zones, and that's extremely important if you're going to play a ranged ADC like Ashe. Now last hitting, we're going to focus on how that's important. Each minion gives gold when you kill them, I'm sure you are aware of that, but the gold increases throughout game, and with items like Avarice Blade, or even abilities like Ashe's E or Twisted Fate's passive, you can gain even more gold from killing minions, which will help you in the long run. Now for Ashe, Avarice Blade is a really good item because it stacks with her E, and you just get a bunch of gold really fast in game. Sorry, I'm kind of out of breath here, guys. This is kind of embarrassing. I'm probably like breathing really heavily, so just try and ignore that. So, the purpose of last hitting is not only to get gold, but to slow down your lane movement, because if the tower's here, and you just go up there and start attacking minions, well, the minion wave is going to get pushed. So let's X that out. Back to here, where your minions are at the tower, pushing the enemy minions there back. So, if an enemy minion is at terrible health bar, if an enemy minion is at low health, you shouldn't risk going into last hit because a champion can hit you, and you can't do anything about it because they're in turret range, and if you attack them, as you know, the turret will automatically focus you. Now, another thing about this, I just erased the word there, but whatever. Jungling, junglers have a constant zone, as I told you here, unless their bush is warded. But by warding the bush, you immediately remove the zone whenever they are not here, giving you an advantage. So basically, this is going to be a rant about people going top who don't ward their bushes. Now, whatever lane you're in, you should definitely ward this bush, or if you're bot lane, there's another bush there for ganks that you're supposed to ward. And mid lane should, if you really want to be safe, you should bring 2 wards, because I'm just going to show you something here. This is mid lane. Now warding, you should try to ward this bush or this bush. Either one is okay, but what happens here is they have zones like this, and their zones actually intersect, so if you ward this bush and remove this zone, you can easily just walk up here and be safe, but you shouldn't overextend on this. You gotta have map awareness in this game. So if you see 5 out of 5 enemies there, or you've noticed that someone just went back and there's 4 out of 5, it's still okay. You can just keep going and pushing, but you gotta wait. But you gotta be able to count how much time you think it will take the 5th player to come around the jungle and gank you here. Because most gankers have either a gap closer or crowd control move, which can be deadly coming from bushes like these for a gank. That has been today's League of Legends lecture, and I'm sorry I can't get the actual champion guides up this weekend, but I can the weekend after this weekend and the weekend after that weekend. 2 in a row. I will upload as much as I can, and subscribe for more daily videos of Minecraft, League of Legends, and whatever else. I'll see you next time, guys.